Sun is shining.
Oh, yes.
Weather is sweet.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I want a refund. You've done that intro before.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, you have.
What, Bob Marley's
Has
one?
he?
Yeah,
All right,
you have.
okay.
We done it when we were
Okay,
outside.
Mr. DJ, let's play Mallet's Mallet of sun-related songs. I've just done Sun is Shining, Weather is Sweet. Over to you.
No, I can't do this too early in the morning.
Oh, he's lost.
I'm not even ready. I'm
One
not
of them
even ready.
people that gives it all the criticism and sing another song. You're that guy
I
who's
thought
come
you
to
were-
my DJ booth telling me to play. Why don't you change the music?
No,
You
but
ever
I
get
just
that?
think if you're going to give us an intro, just give us one you ain't done before.
Give
Come on, a
me
bit
some
of planning.
sunshine. Give me some rain.
I thought you would have done the Fresh Prince one.
Oh, summertime.
Yeah.
You could do that. You could
Can
do
I
that.
just tell you something? It is so summer in the UK that Sachin's got his goggles on
Yeah, man.
inside.
Yeah.
Well, there's the sun.
What is-
The
what
sun's
is-
on my head.
What is all that about,
Because
Sach?
because it's roasting.
Are you a Bollywood star?
And I did say, I said we could have done the podcast. He's not actually looking at Satch with the glasses. He's not a Bollywood star. He's a Bollywood director,
Yeah.
producer.
Who do you think you are? Why are
Ronnie
you wearing?
Screwwaller.
Yes. Yeah, he is.
You definitely look
fully
like a Screwwaller.
Screwwaller today.
I'm sorry, but look where the sun is. I
it's
can't,
right on it
I
as
can't
well.
sit here without glasses.
And you know what? I'm regretting sitting here as well. We're sat in the usual place around the kitchen island, but there's a skylighty thing. But we normally do
Above
the
us.
podcast in the evening.
Yeah.
At the moment, we're going for a bit of a heat wave here in the UK, and the sun is beaming down through the glass. I'll tell you, we're all going to be cooked. We're going to be
Yeah.
like raisins.
Well, I'm all right actually in the corner here.
Yeah, you're in the
you've got
shade.
that little bit of
I'm-
shade.
yeah.
That's because that way that's
That's where the sun's coming
that's
from.
west, so
Yeah.
it will go like that. So you'll be brown by the end of it.
By the end.
but we're a bit messed up right
Toasty.
now. But it is hot. It's been a heat wave. It's been lovely. But you're wearing your sunglasses because you got the fever.
Yeah, I've got the fever, and do you know what? Like,
Hay fever. of
I
course.
think it's
not
best
anything
to.
else.
Yeah.
Not the other fever.
I
Not
think
the
it's
other virus.
not that fever. I think it's just best to have them on at the moment because I think the past week I feel like I've been in a boxing match where my eyes don't even open.
Oh,
some mornings.
really?
I struggled to. The other day, my eyelids were so swollen, my eyes were only opening about a centimetre.
So
Not
like
even
you've
a
been
cent-
punched in the face.
Yeah, honestly, it felt like that.
Yeah, and it's almost as much as you try and open them, you're like
You can't
I
because they're just so
can't.
swollen.
This
the
is
eyelids.
This is the point where now us two have to give him sort of. But have you tried this? Have
Oh,
you
yeah.
tried
Yeah,
this?
no, I don't want to hear that.
You know what? But have you tried weeing into your nose?
And this is-
if you do a headstand, and just let your wee wee trickle down your body, and honestly, sorts you right out.
And
it
I mean,
does.
like, to be fair, it's not just you guys. If anything, I'll probably take your suggestions, but it's just the random people that I see online, like, trying to just give it
Everyone's a doctor.
the little remedy, and I'm just like, Kedge gave me a little remedy,
I gave you a remedy.
and I've got to say, it's good.
No,
what
there
was
you
it?
go.
What was the remedy? Was it a drink?
The remedy is
It wasn't the weeing thing.
No, it wasn't that either. It's you can buy it from Amazon. It's a little bit of cream. You got to just put it around your nose, and apparently it creates a layer and it keeps the pollen out.
Yeah, because it's more like a waxy sort of thing. So you kind of rub it on the inside. And
What's it called again, Saj? I forgot what it's called.
Haymax.
Haymax.
Okay,
That's
right,
it, yeah.
And you put so if that's just collecting it. It's like a little sticky tape.
Yeah.
Like a little sticky tape on it. Has that worked then?
It has helped, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that has. But I feel like, I'm in that position at the moment where I'm kind of like lining up the Avengers to fight this thing that we're fighting because tablets, cool, I've had them for years.
Yeah.
They're not working this year, miraculously.
Yeah.
Nose spray doesn't work.
Yeah.
And I've had so many
Nose
suggestions.
sprays never work for me.
Yeah.
No, they do.
Oh,
but this year they
nose
won't.
sprays for me now. I've reversed the hay fever now. I used to struggle.
He is making it like he's a superhero.
So
Like, remember, what was that Superman film where he goes around the world so fast? It was Superman 2. And he starts spinning the world the other way and he reverses
no,
time.
I think that was a Bollywood.
Yeah,
film.
You've done
You've
that.
heard about people reversing diabetes. I think I'm reversing. I'm in the process
Yes.
of reversing hay fever
Because how?
through breathing through the nose.
Okay, so
No.
so what
How's
you
that help?
No, because no, let him.
Okay, all right.
He thinks it's helping. Hey, listen, this is his right to think
Honestly,
he's making a difference.
It's coming up to a year. Breathing through the nose. This year, it's just not been that bad.
They do say if a butterfly flaps its wings in one part of the world,
Yeah.
it can cause a hurricane or
Yeah.
a tsunami in another. In that way, what you're saying is you breathing out through your nose. You've cured hay fever for the
I
planet.
wouldn't say I've cured it.
Amazing guy.
But I've
He's
not
an
had
amazing
it. But I'm on the downward part of the graph now.
Right.
I'm sort of. So I think I peaked in the last couple of years.
Well, podcast wise,
no, just generally
with this link, maybe.
But I think the hay fever. I think I'm on top of it, as Boris say. We are on top of it.
So anyway, back to the Avengers. There's the tablets, the nose spray. I've got eye drops now, which are good. I've got to say, eye drops.
Oh my god!
Everyone just acknowledge. Satch just dismissed your reversing of the way.
I know.
Anyway,
I get what you said.
Anyway, back to my. Like, can we get back to
the real stuff
on all the products?
Then I've got Kedge's Vaseline up my nose or whatever it was. He told me.
Hey Max,
and put this around your hole.
That's exactly what he told me to do.
I did. It numbs everything.
Cover both your holes and you'll be fine.
Yes, I did, and it works.
But do you find?
And the last thing in the Avengers lineup is someone sent me a picture this morning of hay fever wipes.
Yeah, what do you wipe?
I don't know.
if you are getting pollen and bits on you,
I don't know. What is a hay fever wipe?
I don't know. I've never used it.
What are you wiping? Plants?
To put it up one nostril and pull it out the other.
I'm going to go and get some now.
Nose floss.
I'm going to go and get some now after this.
But honestly, what?
Nose floss.
Nose floss.
Maybe, I don't know.
Because that's what I feel like you need. When I don't get hay fever all the time. Do you find that? Yeah. Do you find that you get it? Some days it's just worse.
Well, it's funny because last year hay fever didn't exist, and I feel like this year,
correct, because we were in the midst of a pandemic.
Someone's just turned the switch on and
put it back on again. They figured out a coronavirus with the injections.
Yeah,
let's bring this back into the game.
And to be fair, like other than hay fever, there's just been loads of random wildlife I've been seeing, like just out and about. Do you know, like just flies and that kind of jazz.
Day before yesterday, I think I was driving back from that comedy night in Cardiff, and
oh, you drove there?
Yeah, well, I drove part of the way, met the rest of the comedians and the promoter, and then he drove. He did the bulk of it. Yeah, it was a mission in one day.
It's only Cardiff.
Yeah, but it was a sunny day, and it was nice to be around Cardiff Bay in the sunshine.
Nice, it's lovely.
My point is, while I was driving on the motorway, there was all I can describe it. It was like a kangaroo meets a fox.
What? You've seen the species?
It was a fangaroo. It was a foxaroo.
Yeah.
Right? It was one because it had the face of a fox,
working
on all fours, but then it did a little hop, so it might have been an injured one, but you see it in a quick glimpse.
What, on two legs?
Yeah, and it just went across me as close to where I live, so it's not Epping Forest, so I don't know what it was.
There's all sorts.
I saw that. I saw some random bug thing in my garden, which I sent a video to you guys.
Yeah.
It was about the size of my hand, without the fingers.
Yeah,
like a fist.
Like a fist.
About that big as a bug. It looked like a beetle. It flew, but it hovered. I was like, I've never seen anything like it before in my life.
Yeah. I saw that video. I was like,
that's what I mean by like, I think people have just put stuff in this year because, we'll just give them something else to deal with.
Or maybe,
this summer.
What do you mean people have put stuff in? How do you think this world works?
I just think it's just been random. Like,
so you reckon David Attenborough's sitting there going, right, here we go.
Let's press the hay fever button. Yeah. And there's so many people that I know that don't have hay fever this year are basically, struggling with it. Yeah. And I'm just like, how's that happening? Like, I know I've got it, but it went away for a few years.
Because they do say a lot of the hay fever is pollution related, right? Final thing on hay fever.
Is it?
Yeah, because they say it can be caused by pollution. So because the pollution cut down last year, you're saying maybe. And now it's picked up again. Maybe. Perhaps that is. But we're all itching to get out. We're all itching to get out and enjoy the sunshine. So I do feel for hay fever sufferers because you can't get out and enjoy it. And we all thought what was the date that we were building
21st.
We thought we were building up 21st of June. That's it. We're officially out.
Yeah.
The government over here have been saying these things are wobbling a bit.
Yeah.
And it's not looking likely. And now the announcements come. They've extended the extension to kind of staying at home for another month.
Freedom Day, as it's known, has now been delayed, hasn't it? To the 19th of July is where we're looking at.
Right. And that's. But I don't know about you. Look, I feel pretty free now. Like I'm free enough. I'm not. There's nothing I can't do.
Yeah, because
within the rules.
Don't you think that UK has kind of taken it upon themselves to be free?
Yeah, and not only
with
that,
the start of the Euros.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the footballers.
And everyone's in parks and pubs.
Bruh,
and
have you seen the picture of the Bournemouth Beach and Brighton,
fully
and Southend?
Yep.
And it's exactly like it would be if
nothing
was wrong.
Yeah.
So meaning people have very quickly gone back to their ways, and they did say, "Don't do that when things open up." Do it sensibly, ease yourself in, still keep a distance, but people are just itching to be around people. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
They want to get there.
I mean, with this whole sort of lockdown easing thing, I think for let's say, the normal sort of person that
like
doesn't
me.
work in some of... Yeah, like Kedge.
Like me.
Some of these restrictions don't really matter.
Kedge is normal?
No, but I'm just saying, like, because I mean, for me and you, Tommy, we work in events and, we're around people and weddings and all this, partying malarkey, and we're just in that sort of scene. KJ ain't really there. He's
for me, that announcement, I didn't care.
Exactly, it didn't mean anything.
And it kind of, I brushed it aside like all the other news where I thought, well, it's just another month.
That's it. Yeah, and I think in a weird sort of way, like, I mean, when Boris first announced the whole roadmap thing, however many months ago, he did say the earliest it could be.
Yeah, this is subject to...
So, and I think people have kind of forgotten that point. Like, they just thought, right, lockdown day, bang, 21st of June, everything's gone. But, you should always just remember that was...
But, and also, I don't know, what is there left to do now, anyway? What are people left to...
I'll tell you what it is.
Go on.
It's going to clubs, number one.
Yeah.
And massive wedding parties that people used to have before, because... that's all gone out the window for another month.
But I've been saying, you say, I mean, okay, so it's not technically legal, is it, to have more than 30 people, I believe, at the moment, say at your wedding reception? That's what it is at the moment.
Well, no, you're not. You're not allowed to actually. You're not allowed to. There's no dancing or singing permitted at your event.
Yeah, but come on, bruv. Let's talk about the Euros then, because the Euro started, and we've seen pictures of bars, people watching it.
Box Park, you see that?
The Box Park, and everyone's on top of each other. And when England scored, the beer was up in the air, and everyone's hugging.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's that.
But I've got to say, that's the masses, and of course we're seeing those pictures and images. I don't know about you. How do you lot feel? Because you lot are more into football than I am.
I'm not going to see it anyway.
No, and not only that,
really?
No, I'm not. As much as I want to.
What, in a pub or in a public place, out of the screen?
Yeah, I might go and see it. I might go and see it if I can find a place that shows it outdoors and you have your own bench with, say, 2 or 3 mates.
Yeah.
Okay. There are places like that.
There are places. Yeah. But what I'm thinking is, if it is an England game, it doesn't stay like that.
No.
Because there's more drinking done. Therefore, there's more buggleness going on. And so then because you know what we're like. We start hugging and random people and fans and stuff.
Yeah. And then you go like, "Oh, Tom, let's get naked. Let's get down."
And then we go into that debate, and then and I think no, and so the only way is that I have to chain myself to the house.
You're right. It's safer that way.
It is safer that way.
No, you're right. I know what you mean. I don't want to. I don't know what it is. I'm not bothered about seeing it in a pub. Even rewind back a couple of Euros or even a World Cup. When there was games on, people would kind of go, right, I'm taking that shift off work. I'm going to be home for the day. Hey, we're all home anyway because there's a lot of work. Yeah. So there's that element. Like, I could have the footy on in the background throughout the day, but I don't. Yeah. I don't know, it's like the muzzle's gone a little bit. I don't know.
Hold on, mate. You're sounding like you're not even...
I'm not even following it. I'm not really following it.
Sach,
I wouldn't go as far as what Tommy's saying. I don't, because I do follow it, and I tried to watch the highlights at the end of the day. But I don't think I've sat there and watched a full game yet.
Oh my God, what is going on here?
Only because, and Tommy,
you guys have changed.
No, Tommy mentioned this. We were sat at home for a year, let's say a year and a half. Yeah. And now's the time that we can go out. Me and Tommy have started kind of working it again. Yeah. He's doing comedy, I'm DJ. Yeah. And I'd rather be working.
I'd rather be out.
Oh. Exactly.
Can I on that note, so I want to touch upon it because I was thinking of you. I did my first comedy night, Sunday night, just gone in Cardiff.
You thinking of me?
I tell you why. Nice. Because of how I felt afterwards is how you described DJing. Because you went, it's just good to be back. And we were saying things like, yeah, but what was the club like? What are the people like? What was the crowd like? And you kind of went, I don't know, I don't care. It was just nice for me to stand there and play my records in a club in that scenario. And in the same way, we didn't have a big crowd at the Glee Club Cardiff, but
you were in your flow.
It was fun. It was enough of a crowd. Everyone to laugh. It was a real mixed crowd as well. Yeah. There was a sunny day, so everyone was in a fun mood.
Well, it helps.
Yeah. And it was just nice just to be around other comedians, and everyone's a bit like, how are you feeling? Oh, a bit rusty probably, but and I said to the crowd, I said, it probably ain't going to be funny, but just thanks for coming out. But it's just nice to be back out there. So,
and that's what I mean by I think the Euros coming in at this time of the year.
Yeah.
I just hoped it was maybe
they should have moved it.
I just hoped it was earlier when we were in lockdown. I would have watched it.
But I tell you, one thing that did hit me was because I did have the TV on because on the weekend was the whole Ericsson thing. At the Euros.
I watched that.
That was a hard watch, but it's weird because I'm older now and I have a different approach to it. So my mind was constantly going to. Well, firstly, I thought something really bad had happened.
I think it did.
But I mean, I thought the absolute worst. I think
everyone who was watching it at some point thought
He's gone.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, because I watched it, I was watching it all real time.
Yeah.
And it was weird because I was sitting on the floor. I don't know why, but I decided I was going to sit on the floor.
You're a floor sitter.
Yeah, I was because it was hot, and the doors, and I kind of like because on the sofa you get sticky, don't you?
Yeah.
So I was sitting on the floor.
But did you have clothes on or off?
No, clothes on. But as it was happening.
I love the fact we're teeing up one of the most serious moments in sport.
And you're thinking about Ked watching it naked.
And Ked is like, because
I don't know with this
problem
guy.
is the sofa's a bit sticky.
No, but that's what, when he said sticky, I was thinking, what, is he not wearing clothes?
Exactly. No, you know what?
No,
firstly, I know his sofa. You've got the white leather sofa still.
Yes.
Right, so I know he's got the white leather sofa.
Yeah.
And obviously he's going to be in a banana and shorts.
Yeah.
But this is terrible. This is taking away from a very serious point that you're making.
But as he felt, you know when someone falls to the ground.
Was he on camera?
Yeah.
Because I missed that moment.
And the weird thing is, the camera was on him seconds before because they just finished the attack, and
Corner.
so sometimes the ball, the cameraman just focuses on one player and walking away. So they were just focusing him, and you were just watching him, and then you just see him as if there was something happening where he was struggling to breathe, or you start losing consciousness, and then the camera goes out, and he falls to the ground, and the commentator went, he's gone to the ground, but the referee was really quick. But when you saw him fall to the ground, when you see someone fall to the ground, they close their eyes because you know what's going on.
Impact.
His eyes didn't close, and like there was nothing there. His eyes were open, but there was nothing. So when you saw that, and I just went, that don't look good.
No.
And I just think, I went cold. It was so cold. It was horrible. But it just reminds you, and it was that moment of doing the CPR at that time and remembering to do stuff like that, which his captain did on him. And I thought, you know what? Let's have a little refresh. And I think everyone should have a little refresh and a read. Have you guys ever done a first aid training course?
Yeah, I did it for scouts and for certain sports clubs when you become captain and things like that. But not in the last say 20 years.
I would, if you're listening now, just have a quick little read, do the ABC check, and just remember.
What's the ABC check?
Airway, breathing, and then the what do you call
compression?
it? The compression thing that you have to do with your hands. But just remember that make sure you know how to put them in the safety position on the side, so that he doesn't swallow his tongue. That's key as well.
That was a big thing. Apparently, that was a key thing for him as well.
Yeah, but I think everyone should just have a little refresh of that.
Yeah.
Because I think that is...
It's handy to know. You never know when you might need it. And it's scary, and you're going to need it in an instant. And
while you guys were talking about your what you guys have been doing this weekend in comedy everything, I was out in Tesco ahead of it was just the day of the England game.
Yeah.
And I've just realised a lot of things happened while I'm in Tesco. But they all of a sudden they just played Sweet Caroline. Right? And it was the England game. In Tesco.
While everyone's buying their beer before a match.
And I was shopping, and I was ready to go for it.
And did anyone?
Nobody
went for it.
No one in the whole of Tesco joined in on the song. I was ready. I put my basket down, and I thought the whole of Tesco was going to go, and no one.
If you were the store manager, you'd have a duty to get onto the microphone there and kind of go, everyone now, wherever you are, all together, and just get everybody
exactly. But that didn't happen. And the other thing I quickly want to say about the Euros is Jude Bellingham, who played for England.
Yeah, the youngster.
17 years old, yeah. Right. What were you doing at 17? Because this man's playing for England.
Yeah.
Does anyone remember what you were doing? I had my first job in a warehouse at 17. And I thought I'd smashed it because I was earning £3.50 an hour.
Yeah. I think I was on about £3.24 an hour. I was a little bit older than you, so it might be more reflected in the time there. But working at Olympus Sport, finish off my A-levels, trying to do my applications for university.
That's it,
kind of stuff. That's what I was in at 17. But also, my sister did my form for me for my driving license, right? I'm just saying.
At 17?
At 17. She helped me fill it out because obviously...
Can you do it?
Because I'm the only boy. I'm the youngest of 3 siblings.
And he was 17.
And I've been mollycoddled all my life, which is why I'm a child even to this day because of all that. But I'm saying, at 17, what I'm trying to get to is...
Did she dress you up in the morning as well? 17?
You know what? Well, I think up to about 14 maybe. But what I'm trying to get to is I was useless as a 17-year-old. I needed help filling out a basic form. No. This guy's running plays for England.
I was DJing in clubs at 17.
Wow. So you were slightly... In the picking order of who was doing better in life, you were definitely killing.
No, honestly, I was fully DJing.
But did you have to go with your mum and dad to the club?
No, I wasn't going with my mum and dad.
You can't let a 17-year-old.
I used to DJ at the Rainforest Cafe on a Thursday.
Oh, I went to that.
for like was it school day
at night when I was 17.
Proper nightclub.
Yeah, proper nightclub.
So how were you allowed to do that?
Theoretically,
I was doing it.
Theoretically,
I've been DJing since I was 15. So yeah, 2 years in.
Okay, so at 15, 16 years old, you could have been copping off with a 30-year-old.
Could have been.
Wow.
Now that's better than Jude Bellingham.
I know.
That is, we've got our own Jude.
Yeah.
We've got.
Jude, what are you doing, you loser?
We've got Sach Bellingham here.
Yeah, exactly.
That wasn't happening.
But we've got to be kind to Sach. Let's not take the mickey out of him. And being kind was a massive theme.
Yeah.
Have you? Yeah, we've got to be kind to Sach. Let him wear shades indoors like all Bollywood actors.
Being kind is the thing right now. That's a hashtag.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Obviously, be kind has been a thing for a while. But I found this brilliant article in a paper about how the top 10 things that British people consider to be most unkind, and this is to try and help people understand about when they're being unkind. Okay. So you got the usual things about pushing in the queue, all of that kind of thing. Shall we do a quick top 10? I mean, I've got a list of top 10. Do we do a quick round of family fortunes? Let's see how many you can get right. What is it
of not nice things?
Of not nice things that British people found unkind.
Okay, so I would say, the pushing in thing, I don't know how they're breaking down the list, but it applies to driving, queuing in like a supermarket.
Well, pushing into a queue.
And is there a generic...
Joint top answer.
Okay, right.
49% of Brits
I think
winds them up.
Yeah, because the one thing Brits are known for, and again all around the world,
queuing,
is lining up.
Yeah.
Right? We line up.
We do.
We're happy to join the back of a line.
Yep.
And that's why I'm a real line hustler. I enjoy the game
there you are.
of finding the shorter line,
short queue
strategy and breaking up. So I enjoy that. So I wouldn't push him, but when you think most of the trouble, the fights in like late night burger bars and all that, it's when someone pushes in.
A lot of queue. Go on.
The biggest upset you had in India when we went to India a couple of years ago was when someone just walked in front of us, because you remember the story. They walked in front of us at the security check-in and just checked their stuff in first. And Ked was like, hello?
Yeah, but they don't queue up over there. They don't queue up over there.
It's hot today. I don't even want to go there.
Ked's turned into a Thunderbird. What's going on?
But the thing with Kedge is that he doesn't address the situation. He'll tell you about it, but he won't tell the geezer who's done it.
He will address it. He'll address it for the next 48 hours. Yeah, exactly. Maybe non-stop, but just to you. And you're like, it wasn't me that did it.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell them? That's
the geezer, And that's the thing. Like, for example, when I've been in India a few times, that happened. I've told the geezer, and he's told me that I've been rude to him.
There you go.
The guy.
Yeah. So you've been unkind.
No, but you see...
There's no need to be rude. Well, you just pushed him, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Hang on a minute.
There is a need to be rude because you're an idiot.
Is that what he said to you?
Yeah, he goes, there's no need to be rude. I was like, shut up, bro.
It's how...
It's just so
But
weird.
you probably went in a bit English and a bit like...
Yeah, you must have gone in South London stuff.
And he doesn't...
No.
You got to remember, pushing in for him, it isn't a thing. But actually, pushing in is
Pushing
fine.
in India is not a thing. Pushing in India is
just
making friends.
Oh, there's a gap there.
And it was just at the ice cream shop. It was in Juhu, Baskin Robbins.
Yeah, but what you didn't know is that was his barber shop, so he could do whatever he wants.
Exactly. Okay, so pushing in. Okay, and that applies to traffic. I would also say burping noises.
No.
Because English wouldn't like that.
What about just
loud conversations on a phone? I'd say that's because in a restaurant, hello. Yeah, I'm trying to think of things that are typically not English.
No.
The phone. People should talk.
That's not there. You got two.
All right. What about just lack of being polite, please and thank you?
Yeah, being impolite to strangers is there, and also not saying please and thank you is the top one.
Yeah.
Good.
I hate that.
Yeah. Even what was it? Yesterday, if I can picture it. I went to watch that film, The Heights, which I'll tell you about in a minute, but with my niece, and I held the door open. My niece went through, and I held it open for the woman behind.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing. She didn't even look at me. She just assumed that I would hold the door open. And it's fine. I have no problem holding the door open for anyone.
I get that a lot.
Just a little nod. It's just more like a...
I get that when we're driving. You know when you let the other person...
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know what I do now? I've got the combat technique for that.
Go on.
So if you know that you're going to let somebody through, be ready, because the chances are they probably won't say thank you. And what is the thank you? Just a hand up, isn't it? Acknowledgement.
Are you a hand up guy or are you a flasher?
I'll do both. I like to give them more.
So much.
So hand up and flash.
Okay.
You got that with the lever. Everything
you have to give them the tongue as well. But
anything you can, just to get their attention.
But be ready. What you do is, if I've let someone come through and they drive past, I always say thank you to them.
Oh, okay. So
make them feel awkward.
No, see, you don't.
No, thank you. No, I say thank you. I say thank you to them for driving through and not saying thank you to me.
No. You see, can I tell you something? All you're doing.
What am I doing? What's wrong with that?
The phrase. This is not. I think what the phrase is. The phrase in Punjabi, or could apply to Hindi as well, is "Tu apne aap ne dil nu saarda paya," meaning you're just burning your own heart because you think you're like, yeah, I showed him because I waved at him. I said thank you to him.
No,
he's like, he ain't even thinking of you right now.
I'm not burning any dil. I just go because I've done it for so long now. I just go thank you and I smile. I thank you.
Yeah, but that's. I think this is the whole thing. You're not being kind by doing that. You're not being kind by doing that.
You're doing mene. You're doing nakre.
No, I'm saying thank you to myself.
No, you're the mene. What is that? That's such a my dad or not even a my dad. My dad doesn't even say things like that. It's like that awkward parent thing to say like, you know what, don't worry, but I'll thank myself. You know? No, don't worry. Why would you thank me? I don't need you to thank me. I thank myself. It's like, it's that kind of thing. But anyway, no, okay, I can see that. So manners, saying thank you, please. Yeah. Okay, just hit us with the rest of it.
I'll hit you the rest. Publicly shaming or swearing at someone.
Yeah.
That's you.
I think.
Who?
However.
You.
This is a British list, right?
This is a British list, yeah.
Whereas I would say that swearing is a big part of British culture. Like, effing blind. Particularly your common...
Yeah, but I think this might be also the new generation of people as well. You know what I mean? So,
go on.
Blaming someone else for something when it wasn't their fault.
That's
bad-mouthing someone to look better.
Yeah.
Deliberately ignoring someone. I can't stand that.
Deliberately.
When when you go and say hello to someone and they've just ignored you.
Yeah.
Can I say, that's just bad manners.
Can I make a sweeping statement? My stereotype every week. It's my running feature.
Tommy's sweeping statement of the week.
Women are better at that than men. Women do that more than men.
What? Blanking people?
Can blank people. Because
I can't blank anybody.
When I think of the scenarios where that happens, I have never known a guy. Let's say you're with me.
Yeah.
And you have had a bit of a falling out with Sach.
Yeah.
Right? I don't remember.
It happens.
Like, I think, and if I was your mutual friend, and I'm chatting to you, Kedge, Sach, you walk over, you go, what's going on? Let's say you're not talking to Kedge a moment, you'd at least nod at him. You'd go like that. Out of a kind of respect to me, okay, Tom's in the middle here. Whereas I think a woman can full on blank another woman.
Real? Whoa.
Oh, wow, okay.
She's. I don't approve of her. She's a bit of a whatever.
You're right. I think I've seen that in the workplace environment.
Bro, I've seen it. I've seen it in the school playground environment. Other mum. Not even my missy. I'm talking about other men like that. Oh, she don't really talk to her. And I'm stood in the middle.
Beef. I see what you mean. Yeah.
And they'll talk over each other.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm like, this is
weird,
awkward.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is weird.
That is weird.
So hanging.
Being late, making people wait for long periods of time. People find that really unkind. And then gossiping about a friend, family member, or colleague.
Yeah, see, gossiping is I think is not being.
They obviously didn't ask any lessies.
It's bad manners.
They didn't ask any lessies in this British thing because obviously that's a regular.
Gossiping is key.
I think with this whole be kind thing, and I always do believe be kind, like 100%. You should always, because I always just think you should treat others how you want to be treated, which is a good way to kind of go, right?
Yes.
I think, but the only thing with this whole be kind thing at the moment, and I see so much stuff about it online, and you know, people kind of. Number one, why do you need to say that constantly? Shouldn't you be kind anyway?
But no, that's the whole thing though. But it's like, even like, when you say Me Too movement.
Because
people question that. They go, why Me Too? Kind of go, because we're having to make a point in it. I think
it's about, because I think it doesn't really apply to us, but the new age of social media users.
Well, I'm sorry.
I think they're not aware about being kind, and so trolling and all this kind of stuff.
For me, then this is the same category as how to teach people how to wash hands. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but I think the human race has to always keep going in circles, and I think we are re-educating ourselves with trying to be kind to everyone, and I think this be kind and all of this that's happening on social media. I think we are on the cusp of social media because I think social media has become so negative.
I hate it,
and a lot of people are hating it, and it's become a toxic place. I think. And maybe you can check me, and correct me in 100 episodes' time.
Maybe you're going to check me. That was a chat line to girls in the single days. Like, maybe you're going to check me.
I think we're on the cusp of social media becoming a friendly place again.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think there's going to be maybe even some controls on it. Or someone said this recently, I heard this in a little debate. It was... you should have to have a certificate to have a social media account.
Oh, yeah, like 100%.
You need to go on a course.
Yeah, I vouch.
A course?
You need to go on a course.
Like a driving course.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then in which case, you're restricting your social media and restricting what you say. But no, you're right. What I want to get to, though, I want to say this to you is, agree, be kind. But you can't. Because you can't always be kind.
Oh, you can.
You can. No, you can't.
No, because you can scroll.
But by default, okay, let's just say,
yes,
huh?
You can scroll.
You can scroll.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's on social media. Sorry, I'm talking about. I was talking about in general. I was talking about in general.
Unfollow if.
Oh no, but then in general, then you just ignore.
Yes.
No, but I'm talking about more coming back to your list about saying, oh, do this, be kind, all that. I'm like, okay, for example, I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a joke. Someone, something, somewhere is gonna be the butt of that joke. You can't.
Correct.
But Tommy, that's
and
a
therefore
joke.
making it. Yeah, but then being is a joke not kind? Because it's at someone else's expense.
A joke is always at someone's expense.
Yeah.
But then I think
expense.
if you're that sort of sensitive to those kind of jokes, you shouldn't be in that place then.
Yeah, but then someone might hear about it, record it, and then quote you on it, and then say, "Oh, he says this about women," or whatever.
If you look at what comedians say, like on telly, like your Kevin Hart's and your, what's his name, Ricky Gervais, and
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle. They get called out for everything, but it is in the context of a joke.
Yeah,
and you're going to his comedy show because you know what he's going to say.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit. You can't. I don't know.
I think with be kind. I want to move it on. I'm going to go be kind and be understanding. So, but with understanding, it means like it's cool. You can say what you want, Kedge. You can say what you want, say.
Yeah. I do.
I understand. I understand that you're different, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the case, then if I'm going to go and DJ on the weekend, I'm going to go and only play songs that are being kind to people.
Well, you wouldn't play anything.
Well, any R&B hip hop.
You wouldn't be able to play any R&B.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
When it's like, yo, grab my hair, spin me around.
Well, I don't play
let's
songs
get
like
down.
that,
Pow, pow, pow.
But yeah, other songs. But that's what I'm saying. Then does that mean I just have to play nursery rhymes all day?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Or if there's
not even nursery rhymes, because they're not politically correct as well.
Right?
Yeah.
And no aggressive hip hop.
So basically, if anyone's looking for the Bhajan DJ, we've got.
Hold a minute, I'm offended. I'm Sikh. So there you go.
Oh no, he does kirtans and he does all that.
Okay.
Shabds, naats, he does it all.
Yeah. Mix it up. We're going back to back with the religious mix. God would approve.
Just another very final point on the be kind thing is I think some people are putting this whole be kind thing down your throat so much that they're not being.
It's affecting Sachin, isn't it? It's going down his throat more than pollen is.
No, it is. But I just feel like they're not being kind by giving me their message of being kind.
No,
do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Like the way in which people go around being kind by enforcing the rules of kindness.
Don't enforce it.
Strict. And then you feel like, hold a minute.
Who's enforcing it?
No, hey, you're not being kind. You shouldn't be allowed on Twitter anymore. I'm like, well, you're throwing me out of Twitter. Do you think that's the kind? Because actually, if you're the parent and you're supposed, you're leading by example, I can't. If Milo fights Logan, I can't throw Milo out the house on one fight.
Well, you can.
I've got to go. Hey, that's not kind, and this is the way to behave. But I keep them in the house, right? Whereas they want to throw people out of the house for their lack of kindness. But I think no one's the finished article. People have got to learn and go, oh, okay, I didn't realise. I thought that by me slapping your bum as you walk into the house, Kate, I don't know, was a gesture of love. And you're like, no, Tommy, I don't appreciate that.
Yeah, no,
I won't do that again.
Like just a pat, and you don't have to leave fingerprints.
Yeah,
that's it. That's kind of.
But I mean, and Kate, I'd appreciate if when I pat your bum, you don't clench your cheeks and try and catch my fingers. Let me go. He took my ring, bro. He took my ring off.
Wow,
yeah, honestly, it's amazing what you can do down there.
I know.
It's all that yoga. I know you do.
I did.
Talking of things being shoved down your throat, let me tell you about sperm. Because
what? Pardon me?
Because you said about the political correctness. No, because sperm is in the papers. Because this is great because we're a lads podcast. We're dealing with like lads issues. We can talk about men's health and stuff. We're the voice of modern British men all around the world. Actually,
my word.
Anyway, so lads, if you want to increase your sperm count, I feel like this is an advert.
Yeah.
Why don't you try out my new gel? No.
What are you saying?
No, gardening. It's a fact. It's proven now. The story's in the papers this week about good health. It says men want
gardening connected to that?
Because you're around more natural kind of positive kind of energy, and also the what's it called, the stuff that the bloody plants give off. No, not pollen. All the kind
aroma,
of
fragrance,
the etoxicology. All that kind of stuff. The kind of
pheromones.
Here we go. Look, plants can lift your potency because it says this is great for dads. It says blokes with more exposure to shrubbery had a higher sperm count. It says in this first kind of study, it says all the plants with flowers they give off. Yeah, they just give off.
So basically, men go and stand next next to your nearest bush.
Here you go. And you'll see what it does to your sperm count. One theory is that vegetation helps soak up pollution. This is it.
Right.
That has been shown to damage the sperm. These are Chinese scientists that have done it. Yeah. 9,000 men were tested and compared to where they lived. And there you go. It says in the ecotoxicology and environmental safety, we found exposure to greenness was significantly associated with a higher semen quality.
I've got a problem.
Good quality.
I've got a problem because I've taken out all of the grass.
You're taking out all your semen.
I've taken out all the grass, all the bushes, all the shrubs.
Right.
In the garden.
Right now, your little soldiers.
So the count is...
They're like Tom Daly.
It's minimal count at the moment, I'm guessing.
Wow.
What?
Well, because I've got a plastic garden now, haven't I? I've taken out... I haven't got nothing... I've got nothing living in my back garden.
No grass. I thought you meant I've taken them all out like I did a bit of a clean out.
No, I've got no...
bushes.
I've got no bushes,
plants.
no plants, no trees, because I had it all before.
No grass.
And the only living thing is the odd slug that goes across.
And that slug is so disappointing. They're like, what is this?
Well, it was so disappointing, it just died.
Oh, yeah, it gave up.
In a minute, it just gave up.
And you're of the plastic shrub variety. No, you're a fan of a plastic bush?
That was a few years ago. I've grown up then since then. No more plastic. We are fully green in our garden. And I've got to say, I like that story because yesterday I cut the grass. I did a bit of gardening.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, just know that inside... Yeah. You know what I mean?
What do you mean
inside? You're alive.
Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
so you cut the garden suffering from hay fever.
Oh, but
that was clever.
I had a mask on.
That's got to make it worse.
What's a mask going to do?
No, it just blocks all the stuff going.
How many masks did you have on?
I had a mask on and I had my shades on, so it weren't going in the eyes either.
I
should have had a visor, but I think it was weird actually because I was walking around the garden. It was sunny like this, mask on, shades on. My neighbours looking at me like, what a
weirdo.
No, and I'll tell you why I did it yesterday. And I know it was one of the hottest days. I just don't have the time for the rest of the week. And I know it's going to rain later this week.
Yes, it is.
Torrential thunderstorms.
Well, I'm supposed to be down for the cricket in Southampton and the World Test Championship. It's a joke. You look at the weather forecast, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week.
Lovely.
And then as soon as the cricket starts, wash out.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, no, it's not. And they're even saying that actually the sad thing is, I mean, we really deserve a good final. These are great players. We've got two great teams, India, New Zealand.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, these are modern day greats. It would be so nice if it was just last week.
I think it's a libby because they've all come all the way from India for this.
Yeah.
And they've been quarantined.
They don't care. They're out the country, bruv. They can go shopping.
I'm going to give my prediction for all that it matters, and feel free to absolutely cuss me. But if this match goes ahead, I think New Zealand would absolutely batter us. Because
even that you're saying that in a Team India shirt today.
Yeah, with the Team India shirt and Virat Kohli, and I'm trying to give it all the positivity I can. But New Zealand and their cricket board have basically been in England for a while now.
Yeah.
They've had 2 practice test matches against England.
Yep.
Even when they changed their players around, they still battered England.
Yeah.
India haven't had a game yet. They're going to go into this game with no practice. India are terrible in England because of the pitch conditions and everything. I just can't see any other result. So hopefully I'm wrong.
Yep. But at least it's good. I would imagine, though, all the cricket players, high sperm count with all that grass around them. Yeah, I mean, so there you go. Just bringing it back.
I mean, but so then what happens if this game don't go ahead?
No, I don't know. It's a really good question. It is a final. What happens? It's a really good question.
Well, everything, all of cricket, IPL, everything just postponed. Everyone's just waiting.
Postpone it,
bruv. It's the same as your DJing gigs. Just stick another date in the diary. We'll deal with it then. But here you got 22 men.
I tell you what's not been postponed though, because I know you guys have been saying, "Oh, you're too busy to even watch the Euros and everything." Can you please make some time for? And what I saw this week.
Here we go. Is it a film? Is it a film?
Well, no, it's a new season. And I say a new season because it's season 2. And I didn't even know when season 1 happened. There was a photo of the cast of Saved by the Bell.
All right, yeah.
Zach and
Slater.
Zach and who's Slater.
Scooter.
No, Slater.
Slater.
Oh, who was Screech?
Screech, who passed away.
Screech passed away.
And the blonde girl, I forgot her name.
Jessie.
How do you remember that?
How do you remember all that, Sense?
No, because I remember. I still watch it. No, it's fun. If it's on telly, I would actually flick through it just to see what it was
good.
Like.
No, it was good.
I watch them kind of shows. Like the other one I watched, like Moesha now and again. That comes on. I like that.
Was that with Brandy? Or was that?
Yes, it was with Brandy.
Yeah.
I always thought Saved by the Bell was something that would what university was going to be like, and I was going to be like Zach.
Yeah.
I was far from it. I was more Screech than Zach.
You were more Mr. Belding.
Yeah. I can picture that. The nerdy one. I picked Bournemouth University as my university because of Beverly Hills 90210.
Oh,
because
yeah.
you know how you're saying you watch the TV and you're like, I want that.
I want that.
And I was like, I want a beach university. I want to know that people in convertibles are pulling up at college and there's cool cats and
Did
stuff.
that happen?
No.
Of course not.
And actually, can I just say, we used to go down and revise and study on the beach. Like a few of us would go down there. So impractical. The wind's blowing the pages. Sand going in. I can't quite see the sands in your toes. You're like, I can't. Where do you lean on? It's like, it doesn't work. But
is that a place to study? Is what my dad would say.
It looks nice. All the books out on the sand and you're chilling with your friends. Everyone's beautiful and lovely, and they were.
And you didn't even have Instagram then. So what was the point?
What was the point? Exactly.
So Saved by the Bell's back for
Saved by the Bell is back for season 2, and I missed season 1. I need to go and revisit that because how did I miss that? Because everyone's getting all excited about our friends.
The crisis in your voice right now.
I know. And the other thing that I am so excited about, and it was something that you sent, and it was the trailer for
He-Man.
Unbelievable.
You know what's so
on
great?
On Netflix.
Yeah, so they're remaking it. Now, it's weird, isn't it?
Before you start, Sach's reaction to that was?
What?
Wow.
As in the trailer?
To the trailer.
Oh, yeah, not interested. I don't even know what it is.
See, Sach, I don't think you should be allowed to have that opinion of He-Man.
No, but I don't think you'd be allowed to.
No, hang on a minute.
Be kind, Sach.
Be kind.
Be kind to He-Man and the Powers of Grayskull.
I'm being kind, but I'm just saying it has no interest to me because I've never seen He-Man. I wasn't alive when you lot were watching that.
Yeah, but that's like saying, you know what? The new James Bond film is of no interest to me because I've not seen it. Yeah,
no, but I'm not slating it by any means. It's just not for me.
But listen,
that's what I'm saying. I'm being kind.
You can clearly see that, Sach, by you even expressing a potential amount. Is that you?
No, that's not me.
It wasn't me.
The glasses are moving on their own. It's that big bug that was in my garden, probably come inside, making itself a drink. No, but you're right. It's before your time.
It is before my time.
Can we have a watch along with Sach? Let's watch one episode with Sach.
It's a film.
Oh, is it a film?
I think it's a film, isn't it?
Sach, let's watch it together and we'll record your reactions.
No.
Look.
I mean, to start with, when Tommy sent it, he sent a cartoon.
Yeah, but
Sach, the beauty of this, and if you haven't seen the trailer for this He-Man film on Netflix, they've kept the graphics quite close to the original. So it's
basic.
Yes.
Because do you remember there was a He-Man that they made after the original He-Man came out, which was, they made it quite like modern, high-tech graphics kind of thing. And I thought that was rubbish because He-Man didn't need to be that sort of, they made him tall. Yeah, he didn't have to be tall. He was, because I think He-Man in real life was about 5'11", 5'10". He wasn't, he was more like a unit.
Yeah, you're right. I would say, he wouldn't be the biggest man in a room. Like if he was at a pub, trying to get served, it might have to
and I always thought Skeletor was taller than him, a little bit.
Yeah, I would imagine that. Yeah. I love the fact that we're getting now that you say it, He-Man could well be like a Tom Cruise height kind of guy. Could be a 5'8".
Oh. Yeah, John Abraham.
John Abraham's tall though.
What kind of superhero is that?
But John Abraham's like, I would say he's a 6 footer.
Yeah, he is.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. Yeah, because
it's your Safes is a bit shorter.
Safe.
Yeah, but he's not really stocky. Not really.
Ranveer Singh.
Yeah, Ranveer
Singh.
He's a small
yeah, he's a smallish man, isn't he? I think that's what
He-Man. Sorry, I love the fact we're going to Ranveer Singh to He-Man. Only on this podcast.
He would be. If there was an Indian He-Man, I think Ranveer Singh would get the gig because of his flowing locks.
Yeah,
and he's got that. You can imagine him going, by the power of Grayskull.
It'd be great if Deepika was Cringer, was the cat, and he just rode.
Cringer. No.
What?
Cringer. She can't be a cat. She would be Teela.
No, but why?
But then he can't.
But this way he gets a rhino.
Did Teela and He-Man ever have a relationship?
That'll be awkward. No, Cringer's just there sitting in the room.
Sach's not paying attention, so let's move on.
I can't believe you. Right, listen. The reason why this He-Man film is going to be good, let me just quickly say this, is like you said, Ked said, they stuck to the original kind of graphics. They've kept the retro feel, but they've upgraded it. Now, when I watched He-Man with my son, with Milo, he was like, it's dark. Can they, like, the pictures rubbish? It didn't look, it doesn't, and the story doesn't snap, it doesn't get you as quick, it doesn't move as fast. But this one looks like it's got the epicness of it, it's got all the fight scenes.
I'll give it 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Let's do that. I'll tell you what though, you're not going to give it episode 3 of Time, are you?
Wow. Time the BBC drama.
Yeah. Let's talk about that because okay, so let's
rewind.
Rewind to last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. everyone's sperm count was high because we saw episode 1 and literally it
Boosted.
was everyone was even me this is amazing
and I'd watch 1 and 2.
You'd watch 1 and 2
binge, yeah.
And I thought, well, if Tommy's gone in for episode 2, I'm going to make sure I'm there with him on episode 2.
Me too.
So I thought quickly before the Euros kicks in, let's squeeze this in.
Yeah,
because it's a long episode, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. They are, and actually, I think the final one is even longer. But go on.
Oh, is it?
So you watch 1 and 2.
So I watched episode 2.
By the way, it's a 3-part drama. BBC.
3-part drama.
It's called Time, and it stars the brilliant Sean Bean. And many other stars. People it's like a brilliant lineup, very well written. It's already been tipped for lots of awards. You told us about it. We all got into it. So I watched 1 and 2. You watch 1 and 2 now. So why have you stopped? I've seen it.
You've seen 2 as well.
I've seen number 3 now.
Oh, you've seen 3.
So where are you at? So it feels like you're going to be critical.
So if it's a 3-part series, then episode 2 has got to be now. We're at the peak, aren't we? We're going to something's top. We're at the top of the whole story.
Yep.
This is the top of the arc.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't feel like I was at the top of the arc.
Yeah, but see, I knew you were going to say that. And this is not me being all snobbery.
And also, this has got to end in another episode now.
Yeah.
So, but there's so much more that can be done in this.
No, see, there's not. That's what I mean.
And I think, and this is what I think now.
Really?
I don't think this is meant to have an end story to it. I think this is just a documentary drama about what prison life is about.
Absolutely. Well, absolutely, kind of. Yeah, you're not.
I think it's just
that's kind of. So what you're saying is there's no end.
No. What is?
Does it end?
What we're used to seeing so far, I feel like a politician. I'm avoiding the question with another. What we're so used to seeing in your, and I said this last week, in your missings and whatever.
Look at him, Tommy Hancock's not even. He's looking down.
Is an end. We're used to having a narrative that goes and it all wraps up. Well, guess what, boys? Life ain't like that. It just carries on. And I think, in a way, Time is an insight. It's a well-written, well acted insight into a world. And it is gritty and it hits some heavy issues and it does it but you're right. There's no and it all ends like that and then, wow, I never saw that coming. It's not that kind of watch. It's more like it's like a slow burner. I don't know. It's it hasn't got that peak. It hasn't got a big finish. No, it hasn't.
I watched episode 2 as well, and I've got to say, it's not a priority for me now to watch episode 3.
Correct.
Like I think I will watch it at some point, but
you'd have to be, and I think there are going to have to be so many things that you're going to have to cross off on your list to get to it.
To get to that, but I do want to watch it to finish it, just to say I've watched it now because done too.
I'm not that worried.
I think there's no TV series CV that you got to go. And then I completed my Duke of Edinburgh and I did my Time series.
But I just want to finish it. But I think it's more a case of like, and the thing for me is if I'm reaching for my phone in the middle of an episode, is
that what you start doing?
Yeah,
that's it's game over. Because you just want to do something else because it's not capturing your attention.
I watched the second episode sitting in bed, and I thought maybe that might have affected me. Normally, because those kind of shows I like to be on a sofa and more, in a more
sticking to it,
but more aggressive frontal position. I was a bit backwards in a bed lying.
So you're a bit backwards in bed, but you're more aggressive on the sofa.
Yeah,
it's good to know for like future sessions,
for future TV sessions.
And did you reach for your phone?
I did. Yeah. I did check. I checked WhatsApp twice, and I thought, that means I don't really care.
No, it doesn't. I don't think it does. I think it's a different watch because you're so used to watching like your Narcos or things in Spanish or whatever.
And also, can I just...
So you don't have to... You can have this with your phone on in the background. I think it's okay.
I'm going to talk about it. It's a spoiler, but...
about Time?
About Time.
Right,
when they come in and get him, and they come into his cell because they want to light him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't they do that? I think they should have done that.
What, when they're going to burn his feet?
Yeah, I think they should.
You think they should have burnt his feet? That's your feedback from the series.
No, because
you know what that series was lacking for me? Feet on fire.
That don't make sense.
I thought that was a letdown because
you wanted to see his feet on fire.
I didn't want to see the feet on fire. The acting and I think
you're weird.
That just felt like, what are the chances some blokes come in and that stopped? And even when that bloke came in, I didn't think they would stop. I thought, who's this little weed that's going to stop it?
What I'll say is, don't worry. In episode 3, it gets sorted out. Okay, so if you want to see the main guy just get beaten up, be kind, everybody. You know what was missing? Feet on fire. I mean, we should just edit that bit of the podcast. Going to go, that's right. And Ken's just going to say, Ken saying something like, I think it's really important that we're all more kind. You know what was missing from that episode?
That's this week's title. Feet on fire.
But okay, this is not a spoiler. But
and also, the other main reason is I ain't got time to watch that anymore because there's so much football on, and to try and fit in a series now. That's it now. For the next month, I'm fully booked into the Euros, and I've watched every game.
Oh no, but there have been some absolute rubbish games I've seen as well.
I don't think we've had a rubbish game.
No, there has been. Like yesterday's game was a 0-0 as well. I saw bits of that. The Spain game. And I thought...
Yeah, but it was good technical play. Spain kept the ball well. I mean...
boring.
I'm worried. If England have to play Spain, we're going to have to get that ball. And it's difficult getting the ball off Spain. So, I think the Euros it's okay. And you know the game so far, the game of the tournament, the 3-2, Holland won.
Holland won, yeah.
That's the game that I should have been at. I had tickets for that game.
Holland versus... Who was it again?
Ukraine.
That was a good game.
That was the game that was supposed to go on the Sunday. We were going to go out on the Friday, lap it all up, and then we were going to end it with that. And we were saying we're going to get the orange T-shirt and we'll go for it. Wow. And I said to my mates, I think it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good... And it was. 5 goals in the second half.
But then again, a bit like your breathing and all that kind of stuff through your nose, cause and effect. By you being there, it might have been a crap game.
Maybe.
Do you know what I mean?
Maybe.
Well, speaking of being games, I actually got offered tickets to the England game on Sunday.
Have you?
No, the one that just went.
Oh, and?
I didn't take them.
How much was it?
No, they weren't. Someone was just like,
Seth, why don't you ask me these things?
But I couldn't think of anything.
Be kind.
I couldn't think of anything. It was a baking hot day on Sunday. I thought, I'm just going to go there. It's going to be a faff. I don't like it.
Maybe that should be the hashtag.
And I'm sorry, going to watch England play, they're boring.
Yeah.
No, it's boring.
Not necessarily.
No. It was okay, Seth. It was okay.
But it's still, it's not worth my time. But, I'd rather do something else.
Yeah, and you'd rather not even give the tickets on the kedge.
No, but it was just someone they would just give, they were a mate. I can't then go and give them on to someone. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. Fine.
I'd rather my mate give them to someone else.
I see what you mean. So then let's make this podcast worth their while because they've been listening to them, bless them, all this time. And they're being kind by listening to us. Why don't we give them things we've learned so at least they can take away something decent this week? Who wants to kick off?
Oh, can I kick off? Only because I want to quickly, on things we learned, I'm going to say I learned a lot of Spanish words last night watching The Heights, right? So there's a suenita. It's a lovely word. Suenita, right?
Suenita.
It means little dream. There was a little, but that was just this is a little reference to the film The Heights. It's a musical. It's from the same guy that created Hamilton. So it's a hip hop musical based around Washington Heights, this block in New York where a load of Latinos and South Americans and people from Dominican Republic and Cuba, they all live there together.
Right.
So it talks. You know what's great about it? It's quite desi because it's their desi little Latino South American community and the language, the grandma, the abuela, they call it, the grandma to the block. Honestly, I loved it. But you two are the wrong people to talk to about it. You don't like musicals.
No.
You so wouldn't watch it. But it reflected everything that I love about musicals.
Has it got good dancing in it though?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I can live with that.
It's got big dance sequences because they all start busting it. And the whole thing's very musical, but in a way that you necessarily might not like, Satch, because you might go, oh God, it's a bit cheesy. But they'll sing to each other.
Can you imagine Satch?
Don't sing that.
But there's all R&B. But then there's some good hip hop moments. There's some funny moments. It's a wicked cast. Lots of different characters. There's lots of actors and actresses from Orange is the New Black and another actress from something else. So big names, known faces. I think The Heights is going to be a little phenomenon of a film.
Oh,
I think
okay. He's put it out there.
It could be like how like Frozen was for the kids or Hamilton was for some
La
people.
La Land, not as epic as that, or you're going...
Well, no, because La La Land doesn't have epicness to it.
I think it does.
I don't think it has a cult following. I think this could almost
be La La Land has.
Okay,
what the hell is La La Land?
La La Land is another musical. I like La La Land. A Star is Born. That was also
for me.
Good.
All I know about La La Land is what my mum and dad used to say when I had to go to sleep, and they'll go, "Time to go to La La Land."
Don't they call it?
Yeah.
That's not the phrase for Dreamland, though, isn't it? La La Land is just like
La La means like going to bed.
Okay.
Yeah, well, sleep.
Anyway, The Heights. Honest, I would generally say, particularly if I took my niece along, who was 18. If you're into music and dance and all that, it's a great one for sort of teenagers. It's a feel-good film. And I was thinking about it this morning. When you wake up the next day in a film, you still think about I think that's a good sign of a film. Anyway, That's not about The Heights. But the thing I've learned this week, right, so as well as kind of that in language, was I'm going to carry on my language thing. I was just looking at restaurant stuff online, and I found a phrase. It was some restaurant in London, Italian restaurant, used this phrase. So I thought I'd just share it with you because I thought I'm going to try and remember that. But I'm struggling. Even as I'm reading it, I'm like, I would have forgotten it again. But you'll get it, Kedge, because it's kind of similar to French, I suppose. But it's an Italian phrase. And the phrase is, vivere per manger, non manger per vivere.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
What's it mean?
So it's
do you know the word
no, I've never heard it, but I'm guessing from my French what that could mean. So say the first bit is...
Vivere.
Yeah.
I think it's Vivere.
Yeah.
So I think I'm
to live.
I'm guessing. It might be vivere because it's Italian. Vivere per per P-E-R.
Live to eat.
Per manger.
Yeah.
Non manger.
But don't eat to live.
Yes. No, the other way around. Live to eat. Yeah, live to eat. Don't eat to. Meaning enjoy your food.
Beautiful.
Right? And I thought, God, that's me. You know, when my missus would kind of go, oh, let's have a quick sandwich, but I'll take my time.
Yes.
I can't go. Oh no, I'm going to cut my little onion, do cheesy little toasty, get the green chili, slice them up,
but
distribute them evenly.
I think all three of us do live to eat.
Yeah. So vivere per manger, non manger per vivere is my things I learnt phrase. Go on, Sach.
I want to go next because mine's kind of related to two things about yours, Tommy. Something I learned in a language and being at a restaurant. So this week I managed to go to an Iranian restaurant, which was nice.
Very nice.
It was really good. Enjoyed the food.
Is it a lot of meat though?
Yeah, it was like meaty and salady. Like, you know, it's kind of similar to like just Persian sort of
Middle Eastern,
Lebanese.
Yeah,
it was good.
Which is kind of similar to a lot of our food as well.
It was lovely. And I got to say, the thing that I learned, and I said I have to bring this back to the Brownlow and tell you guys is. So at the end of the meal, we had the little tea that you get in the little glass.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy said to me, do you want a cube of gand? What does that mean in Persian?
That will be sugar.
Sugar.
I never knew that. That's what I learned.
Wow.
So sweet,
he was offering
gand.
me gand.
Yeah.
And how many gands did you have?
Oh, well, I don't take gand.
Oh, okay.
You got to be careful because too much you get diabetes.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't take it. So.
Diabetes.
Tommy makes my tea all the time and he never puts any gand in my tea. So.
No, I know. I leave the gand out.
Yeah, I know. It's very good. I'm glad you do.
I understand.
That's what I learned this week. And
that is incredible.
That is a great word.
That is.
Okay, Iranian word for sugar cube, gand.
Yes.
And how did he pronounce it?
Ghand. Right. Like how...
God. Well, this is completely. I'm going to add to this because we were doing a lot of language today. Right, this is only because I was scrolling through Twitter and I came across it. Was this
not TikTok?
Turkish? Was a Turkish fella who was replying to the Christian Eriksen and how he had. Got better, and he had quote tweeted it with the words in Turkish, which was "kok sukur." And I was like, that's a bit harsh. You know, Ericsson's quite a nice bloke. It's a horrible thing to call him.
Cocksucker.
Yeah. But it actually means...
You are a little cocksucker.
No, yeah, but it means like, thank God. Like, you know, thank God. But it was like, thank God he's better now.
Okay.
So, yeah. But I thought he was calling Ericsson something else.
Okay.
And he's like, news has broken. Ericsson's better. He's opened his eyes. Cocksucker.
Yeah, but it doesn't. No. So don't get confused if you hear that when you go to Turkey on your next holiday. But the real thing...
These are really good things, by the way.
These are really good, aren't they? Yeah, and this one was... I heard it from the book that I'm listening to, which is from my dear friend, Dr. Raul Jandial.
Oh, we love Raul Jandial.
The brain surgeon, He's got his second book out.
Good old Jandy.
And I thought this was brilliant bit of information for all of us humans and why ignoring is what we should be doing.
Ignoring?
Yes. We should become good at ignoring. Do you know why?
Ignoring what? What do you mean? Well, ignoring what?
Check this out.
Or issues.
Here we go. Okay. This is the genius that he
let me get my prediction because you know we love doing this.
Go on.
Because you touched on this earlier when you said about technology and social media and how it's kind of it's not a good thing and all that. I think there's a return to innocence, a return to basics. I think we're all being flooded with all the information. Everyone's now got to be aware. Oh no, he's an Indian, he's Pakistani, he prays here, he goes there, and everyone's going, oh, I don't know. And actually, if you just ignore and go back into your own little world, it's more blissful. Is it more like keep things simple, ignore the complexities of the world?
Yes, a little bit to that. It is this.
That means no. That means I tried.
No, I'm being nice.
You are being kind.
I'm being kind.
But I can sense you're being kind. Actually, what you really want to say is
you've gone a little bit too much of it. But you're almost on the right track. He said that the brain is only 2% of our body weight. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Good.
But it requires 20% of your energy.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So therefore, the ability to ignore is really important. So athletes, because you would have thought athletes need a lot of energy, but actually they require less energy, and this feeds into all the sporting documentaries that you might have seen, the Jordans and all the greats, the Ronaldos, because they're actually requiring less energy because they're ignoring, and it's the ability to shut out everything else.
Yeah. And so they're not thinking about the crowd. They're not thinking about their Nike sponsorship deal.
What's for dinner, what he's annoyed with, who's going to get angry when he doesn't forget the tomatoes.
Dogecoin versus...
Absolutely.
Just do your job.
Exactly.
Focus on the job.
But focus on that moment. And so ignoring is very important.
See, I think you've just found another phrase for it, because you could argue that's focus.
Yeah. But it's not focus, because if you listen to this, it's not focus.
Yeah.
It's not focus. It's about just... Because focus means that you're putting it onto one thing, and that he even talks about it. And he goes, it's not about focus, but it's about the ability to shut out everything else.
Yeah.
And that's what's key, because you need so much energy into it.
Okay. I think you're not a switcher offer. You're not an ignorer.
No, KJ.
If we were sitting here, for example, let's say we're having a social around my house, like we do. So I would have family over, and there'd be someone sitting over there on the sofa. Kedge would be talking to us, but he'd be half listening.
Yes, he would be.
The words they're saying would be going in, because you wouldn't ignore. Not in a bad way.
No, it's just how you are. Yeah.
It's more like you're not a switcher offer. You're not an ignorer. And if you did ignore it, you'd make such a thing of ignoring it. You wouldn't be ignoring it. You'd be starting your own deal again. It comes out, it's like, well, I don't care what they think, because they can think what they want, and it's like, no, that's it. You've gone too far. Actual ignorance is, I wasn't even aware that they're there. You can say and do what you want.
And this goes...
It's hard. It's very hard to do.
This goes back to being in your flow. And when you're in your flow, then you are working...
Once a month for 5 days. Oh, not that one.
Sorry. But this is about... And it could be with anything. But when you're in your flow, whether you're a brain surgeon, whether you're a comedian, you're a DJ, and we all have our moments when we're in that flow, then nothing else is actually affecting you. Yeah. And at that moment... That is the key optimal moment that you're working in for your brain and your creativity and all of that.
I think that's right. Yeah. I think that is really good point.
Because doctors are
that is the zone.
Because I think when I'm DJing, you can come up to me and have I wouldn't have a clue what you said to me, because don't talk to me. I'm there and
That's because he speaks in Gujarati, doesn't it?
But do you know what I mean? I'm just shut off and I'm there to do my job.
Yeah, because I go up to Sachin and I request so many songs and it never gets played.
Yeah. So, and silly little thing, like, okay,
I don't acknowledge him.
That's for very different reasons. Come on, get on Wigfield. Honestly, mate, if you play Wigfield, you watch everyone will dance. Everyone
That's got to be probably the worst line that a DJ hears.
Yeah, because I'm like, everyone's dancing anyway. My dance floor is packed.
Yeah.
What do you mean everyone would dance? What are you doing?
I ignore this.
I think you're right. I think it's nice when you get into that, what I call the slipstream, that zone.
Yes.
When you're like, actually, you're right, nothing else matters. But then you can't spend all your time there as well. But I like the
you can't. Yeah.
So really, what's your things you learned this week? You're saying is focus, or no,
not focus, but the ability to ignore.
Forever? Block out completely?
No.
When you're doing your task.
No, when you're doing your tasks, you've got to be like you said. When you eat, just focus on the food.
Enjoy it now.
And don't worry about but I've got to knock this out in 5 minutes, or am I going to make it to the school in time?
So this is a little bit power of now talk as well, Kedge.
Maybe, yeah.
Because can I say something again? My wife is not in the now. She's very much in all the things we need to do in the
future.
A few hours or a day, which is great because I'm so not like that. Being a comedian, actor, I'm always.
I've got one phrase for you to tell your wife.
What?
Worrying is like praying for the things that you don't want to happen.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Worrying is like praying for the things that you don't want to happen.
I'm pulling them out.
I made up my own one, right?
Oh, God.
Because she would always highlight problems.
All right,
and I go, look, problems are just the pregnant mums of solutions.
Oh.
That's all they are. You put on a problem, like, what are we going to eat? What are we going to eat? It's all right. I'll Google it and we'll find it. And there you go. So don't worry about the problem. It's just it's going to give birth to a solution.
Yeah.
So there you go.
On that note, I think, let the baby out.
Yes. Relax your hips.
Yeah.
And it's time
and you might need an epidural, but it will come out.
We might need to go in there and just just turn the baby's head.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Just kind of,
Stop, Kedge.
But okay, don't worry, we're on board. We're sorting out.
Cool.
Okay, we are done for this week. Thank you as always, gents. It's been a nice one in the sunshine and the day.
It has been beautiful.
And actually, it's nice to talk fully loudly because normally my kids are asleep upstairs.
Yes.
So Satch, you speak quietly, I speak quietly.
Yeah.
Because the kids sleep upstairs. Oh, all right, Kedge.
Hello.
Kedge never speaks quietly, but I feel like I can let rip. So so make some noise. Whoa! Enjoy your week. I'm off to the cricket for this next few days. So I'll be all over that. I'm watching that in Southampton. Where are you? You DJing?
Lovely. Yeah, but it's the weather's not looking great, so I don't know what kind of turnout it's going to be this weekend. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if people are going to be out and about.
Oh, maybe they want to be. You want to be in a club listening to them good
Maybe,
music.
I don't know.
Where are you, Kedge?
As always, I will be doing the work for the nation and watching as many things as possible on the telly to report back on the Brownload next week.
Please
Beautiful.
don't.
Good lad. There you go. Top recommendations from Kedge. You remember what he also said about ignoring. Always till next week. Laters.
Laters.